4 civilian astronauts have embarked on a daring mission. Earlier today, Elon Musk's company SpaceX launched its Polaris Dawn mission.
There's going to be another significant milestone, which is to have a suit where you can be in like the vacuum of space with just nothing at all.
In a startling development, SpaceX abruptly ended a live stream during a recent mission when unidentified objects were spotted near the spacecraft. This sudden cut has ignited intense speculation, with viewers questioning whether it was a technical glitch or an unexpected encounter in space. On September 10, 2024, during the Polaris Dawn mission, which was transporting 4 astronauts to the International Space Station, a mysterious object appeared on camera just 12 minutes after liftoff. The Falcon 9 rocket had just separated from the Crew Dragon capsule when the object flew dangerously close. Initial thoughts suggest it might have been eyes from the rocket's liquid oxygen, but without official confirmation, the nature of the object remains unclear. SpaceX's decision to shut down the live stream raised questions about what viewers were not allowed to see. It's possible SpaceX wanted to assess the situation privately and avoid public alarm while analyzing the footage for any potential risks to the crew. This incident is not unique. There have been previous reports of unidentified objects near SpaceX missions. For instance, in 2021, a similar object was seen close to the Crew Dragon shortly after launch. These occurrences highlight the challenges of space travel, where even small debris can be risky. SpaceX has robust safety measures and extensive astronaut training to handle such scenarios, ensuring the crew's protection. Despite the mystery, the Polaris Dawn mission proceeded successfully, with the crew arriving safely at the International Space Station for their 6-month mission. Incidents like these remind us of the many unknowns in space exploration, pushing the boundaries of our understanding and technology. Recently, the Polaris Dawn mission experienced a live stream interruption, sparking speculation about unidentified objects. However, there's no evidence that these objects caused any harm. Now, let's dive into the Polaris Dawn mission and how it leverages SpaceX's Starlink technology in innovative ways, particularly for communication. High-speed data transmission. Polaris Dawn uses Starlink satellites for rapid data transfer, including telemetry and unique content like crew videos from space. For example, astronaut Sarah Gillis sent a video of herself playing the violin in orbit, showcasing Starlink's real-time communication capabilities. Laser communication technology. A highlight of the mission is Starlink's laser communication system, which uses laser beams instead of radio waves to transmit data. This method boosts speed and efficiency, achieving data transfer rates of up to 100 gigabits per second and creating a mesh network of satellites that communicate in orbit. Plug-and-play laser link. The mission features a plug-in laser system that connects a Wi-Fi router in the Crew Dragon capsule to the Starlink laser network. This setup marks a major advancement over previous systems like NASA's TDRSS, enhancing communication in low Earth orbit, demonstrating new communication pathways. Polaris Dawn tests Starlink's technology, potentially opening new communication avenues for future missions, including SpaceX's Starship and other spacecraft. Conclusion. Integrating Starlink technology into Polaris Dawn represents a major leap in space communication. The mission's successful use of high-speed laser communication sets a new standard for future space exploration. Advantages of Starlink laser communication technology. 1. Higher data rates. Laser communication transmits data up to 100 times faster than traditional RF systems, ideal for high-resolution imagery and large data sets. 2. Low latency. Faster data transfer allows for quicker responses, essential for crewed missions and remote operations. 3. Reduced signal interference. Operating in optical wavelengths, laser systems experience less interference compared to RF systems, enhancing reliability. 4. Narrow beam divergence. Focused laser beams ensure more of the signal reaches its target, reducing power use and signal loss over long distances. 5. Increased security. Laser signals are harder to intercept due to their narrow beams and can incorporate quantum key distribution for added security. 6. Inter-satellite links. Laser communication enables direct satellite links, creating a resilient mesh network that improves data routing and reduces reliance on ground stations. Efficient resource use. Laser communication systems need less physical infrastructure than traditional RF systems. For instance, laser receivers are much smaller than RF antennas, which cuts down on spacecraft weight and space needs. This efficiency can reduce costs and make room for more scientific instruments on missions. Adaptability. Although laser communication faces issues like atmospheric turbulence and alignment precision, technology improvements are enhancing its reliability. Advances like adaptive optics and error-correcting codes are addressing these challenges, making laser communication more robust in varying conditions. Polaris Dawn mission contributions. 1. Scientific research on human health. Polaris Dawn will conduct 38 experiments to study human health in space. These include eye health, using ultrasound to track changes in eye structure and microgravity to better understand spaceflight-associated neuroocular syndrome (SANS). Radiation exposure, gathering data on space radiation effects by traveling through the Van Allen belts, essential for future mission countermeasures. Medication processing, researching how microgravity affects medication processing, informing dosage adjustments for long missions. 2. Testing new technologies. SpaceX's Starlink laser communications, testing a new laser system to link Crew Dragon with Starlink satellites for improved communication and data transfer. EVA suits, conducting the first commercial spacewalk with new EVA suits by SpaceX to assess their performance for future missions, including Mars expeditions. 3. Operational experience, mission duration and environment. The 5-day mission at 1,400 kilometers altitude will expose the crew to higher radiation and isolation, helping to develop strategies for crew health and safety. Crew dynamics and training. Testing team performance in a confined space will provide insights into teamwork and training effectiveness, crucial for future missions. 4. Philanthropic and awareness goals. Polaris Dawn aims to raise awareness and funds for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, engaging the public and generating interest in space exploration for future funding. 5. Foundation for future missions. Polaris Dawn is the first of 3 Polaris missions, each building on the previous ones. The knowledge gained will guide future missions, advancing human spaceflight and preparing for Mars and beyond. Key technologies tested: new laser communication systems, advanced EVA suits, Starlink laser communications. Polaris Dawn will pioneer the use of SpaceX's Starlink laser communication system in space. This advanced technology enables high-speed data transfer between the spacecraft and Starlink satellites, creating a new communication pathway. It promises to enhance connectivity for future missions to the Moon, Mars, and beyond by significantly boosting data transfer rates over traditional radio frequency systems, thus facilitating more efficient communication and data exchange. Extravehicular activity, EVA, spacesuits. The mission will test new SpaceX-designed EVA suits during the first commercial spacewalk. These suits are crafted to be lightweight and flexible while offering protection in the extreme environment of space. They feature a cutting-edge helmet with a heads-up display, HUD, enhanced thermal management, and materials sourced from SpaceX's other spacecraft. Successful testing of these suits is crucial for future missions requiring spacewalks, especially those involving long-duration trips to the Moon and Mars. Telemedicine technologies. Polaris Dawn will assess advanced telemedicine technologies using a commercial device that integrates various health measurements, such as blood pressure, heart rate, respiration, and temperature. The device will also provide ultrasound imaging and video capabilities for near real-time condition assessments. Relying on Starlink communications, the telemedicine system will connect with medical experts on Earth, allowing for timely diagnoses and support for the crew during the mission. Health monitoring and research technologies. The mission will use various health monitoring technologies to study the crew's physiological responses to spaceflight. This includes using ultrasound to track changes in eye structure, blood flow patterns, and other health metrics. The collected data will enhance our understanding of how spaceflight impacts human health and will help develop future medical protocols for long-duration missions. Behavioral and cognitive assessment tools. The crew will undergo behavioral and cognitive assessments to examine the psychological effects of isolation and confinement during the mission. These assessments are crucial for understanding how spaceflight affects mental health and performance, which is vital for preparing astronauts for extended missions. How Polaris Dawn's high-altitude orbit enhances space radiation understanding *. 1. Cosmic radiation exposure. Higher altitudes mean more exposure to cosmic radiation like galactic cosmic rays, GCRs, and solar particle events, SPEs. This allows researchers to collect vital data on how these particles affect the human body and spacecraft systems. Polaris Dawn will provide radiation levels equivalent to 3 months on the ISS within a few passes through the Van Allen belts. 2. Impact on human health. The mission will help scientists study radiation's effects on astronauts by monitoring health indicators such as blood flow and eye changes. This will improve our understanding of long-duration spaceflight risks and inform strategies to manage them. 3. Radiation dose management. Radiation monitoring devices worn by the crew will track exposure levels, aiding in the comparison with previous missions and refining radiation dose models. This is crucial for setting safe exposure limits for future missions to the Moon and Mars. 4. Testing mitigation strategies. Polaris Dawn will test various shielding materials and technologies to reduce radiation exposure. These insights will guide the design of future spacecraft and habitats for long-duration missions beyond low Earth orbit (LEO). Key contributions of the Polaris Dawn mission *. Human health research. The mission's 38 experiments, focusing on microgravity and radiation effects, will inform countermeasures for future missions to the Moon, Mars, and beyond. Technology validation. Polaris Dawn will test new technologies like SpaceX's Starlink laser communication and advanced EVA suits, paving the way for their use in future missions. Commercial spaceflight baselines. Collaborating with NASA, the mission will establish new health data baselines for commercial spaceflights, offering a broader understanding of spaceflight impacts on different populations. Radiation exposure models. High-altitude data will refine models for predicting radiation exposure and developing effective shielding for future missions. Telemedicine capabilities. Evaluating new telemedicine technologies will enhance self-reliance for crews during long-duration missions, where immediate Earth-based medical support may be limited. Polaris Dawn's mission will significantly advance knowledge and technology essential for sustainable deep space exploration, ensuring safer and more effective future missions. I hope you enjoyed our video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more educational content like this. Thanks for watching.